Hey, let's see. Continuing on with what I was talking about in the last video. For those of you just watching, I've just started to transition male to female. So, as I said in the last video, I've really never done anything since I was 14. So I'm pretty, and even then, I never did anything with makeups or anything like that. So. I was pretty happy. Today's a pretty cool day. I bought makeup. I went and spent $160 on makeup. So yeah, but it's kind of cool because you spend $160 and then you're kind of good for a while. Unless you plaster makeup on yourself, which I want to be a cyberpunk. So after I get my pink and rainbow colored dreads. I'd probably be using a lot of makeup, but the kind of makeup I will use will probably be more of like costume makeup, yeah, so I got Maybelline Big Eyes. It has a really cool thing. It has like for your lower lashes and your upper lashes on it, so it's kind of cool. One side is one thing and the other side's the other thing. So for your lower lashes, looks like that. It's pretty cool. Yeah. And then I got another one. It's called Dino Lash Mascara. It's waterproof, volume, and long. Yeah, looks like that. Pretty cool. I got a eyebrow, kind of like blender or something to do your eyebrows with. It's called Facio. There's a liquid side and a powdered side. So I didn't even know that was there. I just found that. Oh my god. I was using the powder side. So I seen the powder side and I just seen that it said liquid, I figured everything would be in Japanese, but yeah. It says, you can see here. It says powder, and then that side it says liquid. See? So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah. Strange name though. Faiso, whatever. And then there's this really cool like eyeliner pen. It's by Kingdom Liquid Eyeliner. It's really cool. It's really sharp. I think it's a 2.0. I believe it was 2.0 or something like that. It's really small. Makes really, really fine lines. Makes it really hard to do your eyes. I tried to do my eyes with it and it was really, really hard. But yeah, you can see how thin it is. It goes to a really, really fine point. Yep. And then I just got some extra moisture lip cream. I want to be kind of, I don't want to put on like pink lipstick or anything like that because people will be like, what, the fuck's up with that guy? So this is just like a clear. It basically is like lip balm, but it's a little bit more shiny. It's basically clear, and it, looks. It makes you look a little bit like, to where people will look at you and go like, oh my god, what the fuck's that? But they'll figure you just have lip balm on. And my first really girly thing I wanted to buy clothes and stuff, but I just don't have money right now. I'd like to get a whole new wardrobe, and just like donate all my clothes to something and get rid of them. But I don't have the money. I need like probably $500-600 to do, like buy enough clothes to do something with. But yeah, this is called I don't know. Ola Sweet 16. It smells really nice. I liked it. It was only $9, so I figured I'd get something. It smells really good though. But the funny thing is, I think this will be funny for cis people because when you're walking through a store and you look like a guy in drag or just androgynous guy, and you know, everybody will be smelling something that smells really nice, and they'll be looking around like, wow, some girl around here smells really good. I wonder where she is. And, you know, the girlfriend's like, I'd like to find out what she's wearing so I can get it myself, or something like that, you know. And they just kind of look around, they look right by you. You know, I think that'd be kind of bad for cis people, but okay. Then I got Candy Doll makeup base, original cosmetics. Looks like that. Yeah. I don't know much about makeup, and I know that you need like cover up or like a concealer, and everything's in English, so that helps. But I couldn't find concealer, and I don't know. This says makeup base, and this says liquid foundation. I thought that the foundation or the base, I don't remember. I think the base. I thought maybe the base was the same as as concealer, because it's like a base coat, and I paint cars and motorcycles, so I figured a base coat, you know, would be kind of like primer. But I know they got makeup that's called primer, so I don't know. You know, it's hard to shop in Japan because everything's in Japanese, and while I speak a little Japanese, I don't read it, because most of the stuff on bottles like this is in kanji, and there's over 100,000 kanji, and you know, even Japanese people only know about 10,000, you know. So then I got the same thing, Candy Doll original cosmetics liquid foundation. Looks like that. It's crazy to think I spent $160, and you know, I got enough that I can actually carry it in one hand. It's expensive shit, man. This is $15. This was really cool. It's by Malibu Makeup Book. Looks kind of cool. Really pretty girl on it. You know. Wish I looked that hot. Maybe someday, after HRT and surgeries. You know, whatever. Yeah, it has a makeup mirror in it. Really badass. How about that? See me in the there. And it comes with this color palette. Pretty cool. Almost everything you're gonna need, you know. They're shimmering. I think there's all of these are shimmering, and these are shimmering, and then these are just straight. Just these three here are straight. You know. So yeah. They all got a little bit of glitter in them and stuff, so it's kind of cool. Just enough to, when you wear that kind of stuff, guys, you know, people will see you kind of shiny and be like, what the fuck, man? You know, which, you know, I don't care about. I really don't. And then I got, this is really cool. I just came across it. Somebody put it in the wrong place, and I seen it. I was like, oh shit, I need those. So they're called Felicia. And they're just three brushes. They're really small, you know, just like that. But then there's like a really tiny one, you know, for doing like your eyes and stuff. Or actually, this is the really tiny one, you know, for doing like your eyes and stuff. And then this is your blender, you know. So, and if somebody could tell me in the comment section, it would be nice. How do I clean these? Do I clean these with water, or, you know, I don't know what to do with these, you know, because they're gonna be. I mean, the more you put makeup on, you're gonna end up blending old makeup into new makeup, and you know, I mean, I would imagine you wash it with soap and water and then let them dry or something. I don't know, but you know, I don't know anything about makeup, so. Somebody will hopefully tell me in the comment section. So yeah, that's my haul for today. It's crazy, you know. I'll show you. Like, let's see. Yeah, that's it. Just that right there. Yeah, just that. Let's see. I'll go like that. Yeah, just that. That's it. Yeah, just that right there. $160. Crazy. Now I can't complain about, you know, girlfriend when she gets all kinds of makeup, you know. Something else I've noticed that I used to always worry, you know, that I used to always complain about when I have girlfriends is, they're always cold. You know, they're always talking about, oh, it's cold. And it's, you know, like, you're like, it's 60 degrees outside, or it's 70 degrees, why are you cold? You know? And I, the other day, I shaved all my hair off, except for the hair on my head, you know, and my eyebrows. But yeah, I shaved all my hair on my arms and my legs and, you know, everything basically. And riding around with no hair, you get sweaty and then it's cold. it's really cold, you know. I think like when you have hair on your body, it actually the sweat goes to the hair and then, you know, kind of goes away from your skin. So when you don't have any, it just you sweat and it just sits on your skin and then it makes you cold, you know. So yeah, that's a recent thing. So let's see. Continuing on from where I was, got off on a rant there. Yeah. Let's see. At the age of 14, after moving to Nebraska, I got really, really bad in. I'd already been drinking since I was very young, you know, because of all this, and I was sneaking alcohol from my dad, and he never said anything. And he did catch me one time. I invited some friends over, and we were drinking his whiskey, or I was anyways, and I was putting water back in the bottle, like you do when you're a kid, and he used to just buy alcohol and not really say, like, well, because he knew he didn't drink it, and my mom didn't drink, so the only other person in the house was me. So he just kind of would buy another bottle and, you know, just kind of like leave it there, knowing I think he knew I was drinking it, but he just didn't want to say anything, and he knew I had a hard life and figured, you know, let him drink. It's not a big deal, you know. He's not wasted or anything, so, you know. But yeah, then I got into like drugs at age 14 and 15 or so. I was doing cocaine and heroin, and you know, I still got all my track lines and stuff, even though I haven't done drugs since, you know, last time was like 1989. So yeah, I ended up in a treatment facility. As I said in the last video, 5 of them. They were all in Kansas, or in Nebraska, except for one. I had like a breakdown and I didn't really try to kill myself, I guess. My dad had pissed me off, my adopted father, and I punched my back window of a Chevy Vega I had, and had a piece of glass sticking in my arm, and went to the hospital and told him I wanted to commit suicide, which I did. I've always wanted to, really. And I was put into a mental institution. Like, I checked myself into a mental institution in Kansas, and I was there for about 2 months. I think 2 months, 3 months, something like that. And then after that, I moved back to Colorado, and I'm not a small town person, so we moved from like Denver to like this little shithole town in Nebraska, and then from that shithole town to a place where there's almost no people, and there was like 4 blocks this way and 4 blocks that way, and I went to a school with kids that would come to the school with trucks with like cow shit on it, you know. Went from Denver to that, you know. So yeah, and I've never stayed any place longer than about 3 years my entire life. So I'm moving constantly, and it's really hard for me to keep friends. I envy people that like have friends from like grade school or high school, or people that they still talk to. That I've never had that ever, you know. And it'd really be cool to have like a friend that, you know, I've had since I was a kid, which obviously can't happen, you know. But like the longest friend I have right now is like maybe 6-7 years, and we don't even talk that much. I moved to from Colorado to Portland, and then Portland to Talent, Oregon, and stayed there for 2 weeks before I came here. And that friend was there. He does like he's working on some green energy technologies and wants me to do them here. So yeah, but I haven't heard anything from him, so I don't know. Yeah, so I started drugs when I was about 10, around 10, and started drinking around 5 in foster homes. And when I was in the treatment facilities, that kind of dried me out. And since 1989 in October, I've been it started as a vegetarian, but in 2007 I became a vegan. And then after discovering Freely the Banana Girl and Durian Rider, I became a raw food vegan, or raw till 4 vegan. I kind of bridged from a vegan to a raw vegan, and then when I found them, I went from raw vegan to raw till 4 vegan. And yeah, it's really cool, especially being here in Japan, because you can get like a lot of fruit here. So yeah, I don't drink now. I never really smoked. Never really been much into marijuana. It didn't really do much for me. I started I went from like alcohol to cocaine. So when you go from alcohol to cocaine, it's like fighting Mike Tyson and then getting in a slap fight with your girlfriend or something. It's like what's the point? So yeah, I've smoked with people before, and it doesn't really get me high, actually. So yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so I started playing music when I was 8, right after I got adopted. My parents, when I was adopted, I didn't have any toys. I had my mother had bought me a teddy bear, and I had this big teddy bear that I carried everywhere with me, even when I had it until I was 12, I think, and that was the only thing I had from her still, so I was kind of holding on to it. And then I was in a foster home, and they gave me a train. The only other thing I had when I was adopted was this little plastic train that had these plastic records, and it would go around and in circles and play like Mary Had a Little Lamb and crap like that. Those were the only 2 toys I had in my entire life until I was 7. So I was adopted in like July of 1980, I think. And in 1981, in Christmas, I had some pictures of it, but I've lost them moving so many times. I got so many toys that we had a couch, like a 3-seat couch thing. You couldn't see the couch. I mean, you couldn't see the freaking tree. It was awesome. Never seen so many toys in my life, even in a toy store. They got me like records, and it was awesome. It was the most coolest day of my life, and yeah, it made me feel like somebody gave a shit. But as I said before in the last video, because of being adopted and then given back, I had that in my mind until I was like old, until I was like 19 or whatever, that like, you're gonna give me back, that kind of thing. And I was really vindictive, and I'm really sorry about it now. I was just stupid. I was a kid and was an asshole. And yeah, I used to say things to my mother. She never did cry, but I know that she probably felt bad and maybe cried when she wasn't around me. But I would always do those things that really fucked up things that kids do when they're adopted and say things like, "You're not my real mom," that kind of thing. So yeah, those are the kind of things that I did, and I'm not proud of them, but I had a fucked up childhood, and I was a little asshole, and I still can be. So there you go. Yeah. Yeah, so then after going back to Colorado, I moved around a little bit. I stayed with a cousin and met an older woman. And this was my second wife. I didn't tell you, actually, in Kansas I met another girl and had a son. And my son is now 22. Yeah. He's going to be 23 in November. So, yeah, I have a son. And then I've always been into older women until now, recently. Basically, I kind of like, that's the thing. A lot of people think, oh, well, you're transgender, so you must be gay. You like men. Sexuality is something completely different than gender. A lot of people don't get that. They think that's a lot of the reason why a lot of transgender people get beaten up is because psi people think like because you're so close to female looking, and they looked at you and went like, wow, she's hot, and then they realized you weren't a she. I mean, you are, but they know you're not. They clocked you. So they now think that you, even though you said nothing, you didn't talk to him, you don't even give a shit about him, you're never going to meet him again, you don't give a fuck about him. They think you've now shamed them, because now maybe they're gay, because they were attracted to a man, that kind of crap. So that, which it's not bad on either side. It's actually good, because it's saying basically that you're really close to looking like a woman. That's all it says to me. It's kind of, to put it in perspective, it's kind of the same thing as if you were well, I can't think of a way to put it in perspective, really. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. So that happens when you've got a bipolar and manic depressive and whatnot. So yeah, but yeah. So I was never good in school. Never liked school. I'm one of those people that like once you teach me something, then I know it, and let's move on. And I don't like the way they teach schools, which is why I became a teacher, because they will teach kids something like 2 + 2 is 4, and the kids go, okay, I get it, let's go, let's move on. And they go, oh yeah, but wait, what's 4 + 4? And the kids are like, yeah, I know, okay, oh yeah, what, 88 + 88, and it's like, yeah, we get it, okay, let's move the fuck on. So this whole, like, going through a whole school year of that just drove me fucking nuts. And I just, it's so monotonous, and I hated it. I really did. And school to me just sucked. And I was really into music, so I just kind of like used that as an outlet. And I never realized until I got older that the reason why I stopped taking medication for my bipolar and my manic depression and my the PTSD when I was the last time I took it was when I was 21, and that was after I was in the hospital in Kansas. They gave me some stuff, and I figured out that it wasn't the drugs that were keeping me numb and like not manic depressive and not like up and down. It was actually music. it became my outlet. And usually every place I go, I have some musical instrument with me, because if you see me without a musical instrument, there's probably something wrong. I'm like in depression or something like that, and, but nobody knows me well enough to, like, if you see me walking around and I don't have a musical instrument, nobody really gives a shit enough about you and knows enough about me to say, like, what's wrong? What's up, man? So yeah, I think this is another long video already. I don't have a timer on my thing. I need to learn how to set it up, but yeah. So I'll probably stop it right here and carry on. So yeah.